For number 22, we will look at the beginning here. We have 6 plus. Well, there's nothing that we can do with 6 plus yet because we know from the order of operations that we need to multiply before we add. And distributing the 8 inside this parenthesis is using multiplication, and we need to multiply that together before we add. So 8 times 4w is 32w. 8 times negative 7 is negative 56. I keep looking on down the expression and I see another minus sign and a parenthesis beginning. Now there's no number there. There's no number showing there. So what is the understood number? The understood number is 1. So we need to distribute negative 1 inside the parentheses for the second set of the parentheses until the parenthesis ends. So I have negative 2w minus 1. So from here, I'm looking for the like terms. I have a constant term of 6, a constant term of negative 56, and a constant term of negative 1. I have a variable term of 32w and a variable term of negative 2w. So we'll combine like terms from here. We have 6 minus 56. Those two numbers have opposite signs. When the signs are different, we have to subtract. 56 minus 6 is 50. What kind of 50? It's a negative 50 because 56 has the negative and it's the bigger number. 32w minus 2w is 30w. And our last two numbers we need to combine. Negative 50 minus 1. Both of those numbers are negative, so we add. 50 plus 1 is 51, but since they're both negative, the result is also negative. So our final answer is negative 51 plus 30w. So what I would like for you to do is I would like for you to try numbers 21 and 23 on your own. So go ahead and pause this video and try number 21 and number 23 on your own. And when you're finished, you can come back to this video and I'll solve it with you. So now that you've solved 21 and 23 on your own, let's work them together. We have 10. 10 is not being distributed. 10 has a minus sign separating it from the parenthesis. We know to distribute when the number is right next to the parenthesis, like it was in number 22 where we see the 8 and the negative 1. Over here we have a minus sign separating the 10 from the parentheses, so we do not distribute the 10. We do distribute the negative 1. There's an understood 1 after the minus sign, so we need to distribute negative 1 inside the parenthesis and stop when the parenthesis ends. So negative 1 times y is negative y. Negative 1 times negative 6 is positive 6. I copy down the negative y at the end. So putting these in the order where they have the like terms that are right next to each other, we need the 10 plus 6 and the negative y minus y. So 10 plus 6 is 16, negative y minus y. This is a negative 1y minus 1y. Negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2y. So 16 minus 2y is the final answer. Okay, for this last problem, we are looking at distributing a 9 over 4 first. I'm going to go ahead and put the 4 in the second place here over 1. So distribute here. We stop distributing the 9 over 4 when our parenthesis closes right here. So I have 9 over 4 times 10 over 3x minus 9 over 4 times 4 over 1. Okay, and if you want to, you can go ahead and distribute the negative 1/4 inside the second set of parentheses. We stop when the parenthesis closes. So I have negative 1/4 times 2x over 1 minus negative 1/4 times 8 over 1. So from here, we multiply fractions straight across. We have 90 over 12x minus 36 over 4 minus 2 over 4x. I see a minus here, minus a negative 8 over 4. So from here, what we need to do is simplify our fractions. 90 over 12, we notice that 90 over 12 has an even number over another even number. Divide both of those by 2, and you get 45 over 6. Now we see that we still have a factor in 3 in common, so we divide 45 over 6 both by 3. We get 15 over 2. So 90 over 12 becomes 15 over 2x. Negative 36 over 4 simplifies to negative 9. Negative 2 over 4 simplifies to 1/2 x. We have a double negative here. We can change to positive, so we need to add 8 over 4 simplifies to 2. So like terms, 15 over 2x minus 1/2 x minus 9 plus 2. So remember, when we are adding and subtracting fractions, we have to have the same denominator. Well, after we simplified the fractions, the denominators became the same. So remember, we only combine the numerators. So 15 minus 1 is 14. We have 14 over 2x. Negative 9 plus 2 is negative 7. And one last simplification, 14 over 2 is also 7. So my final answer is 7x minus 7.